Hey, I just wanted to make a quick video while I have some time before I have to go to work. I just wanted to start working on my video entries because I want to document this time of me working towards getting pregnant and having more kids and whatnot. So I want to talk about like just the things I've done so far. Yeah, so we found a local fertility clinic, and we've started working through them to see if, because I have my tubes tied, so I'm looking into first if we can get a reversal, if it's possible. And they're going to do some tests to see if it is, if I'm a good candidate for the reversal. And if not, if we find out that I'm not, then we'll just go ahead and proceed with IVF. And just so I kind of know the timeline for this, I'm going to say what day it is on each of these videos. So today is Wednesday. It's January 18th, 2017. So that is the date today. So we had basically a consultation with the fertility clinic, and they just kind of told us the pros and cons of reversal versus IVF. And me and my husband just feel good about either or. We're not like, oh, we have to do this or oh, we have to do that one. We're just kind of open to whatever is going to work for us. And so that's why we're looking into the reversal first. And if that's not possible, then we'll do IVF. So anyways, so we had the consultation with the doctor. And then the first step was I went into the clinic this last Saturday. And I was able to get an exam so they could kind of look at my uterus and my ovaries and just see if they're okay. And everything turned out okay. Everything looked fine to them, so that was good news. And then the next step is I have to get some blood tests done. So one, I'm gonna have to go through LabCorp. So we're gonna be doing that this week. But basically we're waiting for my next menstrual cycle, which I'm supposed to start like next week, I think next Wednesday. And what I do is I'm assigned a specific person at the fertility clinic, and she's the one that I call, whenever I need to schedule appointments or whatever. So anyway, so once I start my period next week, on the first day I have to call that lady. And I basically just tell her, okay, I've started, like, let's start the process. And then I'll go into their office, and either between day 2 or 4 of my period, I have to go in and get blood tests done during my period because they're checking for something, and I don't remember exactly the thing they're checking for. And then after that, I'm going to have to get the HSG test done, where they're basically going to put some dye in like my uterus area, and then they do an ultrasound to see if my tubes are healthy enough for a reversal, because I have my tubes tied. They were cut and cauterized, and sometimes they can't be fixed, so they're gonna go in and look. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous for the HSG. I've heard that it can be painful. I've heard that it can be uncomfortable because you're like awake when they do it. And so I'm kind of nervous about that. Needles don't bother me as much as things, going in that area. And, it just sounds very uncomfortable to me, and I'm not too excited about that part of it. But I don't know. I've just been emotionally through all this. It's been real up and down. Some days I feel really positive. And some days, like, I get really depressed, like, oh my gosh, none of this is gonna work. They're gonna go in there and they're gonna see that my uterus exploded or something, and I don't know. Every day is just different. It's just kind of like an emotional roller coaster. I don't know. We just really want more kids, and yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I guess I'll just update you the next time something actually happens. And yeah. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, so I normally don't take video this way where I'm just holding it because I don't really like doing it that way, but I only have a little time before I have to go to work, but I just wanted to update my vlog as far as the whole pregnancy and trying to get my, see if I can have more children and whatnot. So the update is, today I was able to go and get my third day. So it's like during my menstrual cycle, it's your third day blood work. And so I was able to get the blood work done, and they did an ultrasound to kind of check. They did an ultrasound to see how many eggs I have and if they're good or not. So they're just going to look that over. It seemed okay. She said there was no problems or anything. But yeah, it was just really frustrating because the last few days, so I had to call my my coordinator on the first day of my period in order to schedule the next few tests that I have to get done. And my only complaint is I can never get a hold of the lady. Like, you know, every time I call her, it goes straight to voicemail. And it gets really frustrating when it's something like this that's time sensitive, to have someone that just like doesn't call you back. So yesterday was a very emotional day for me. I called her the first day, which was last Saturday. I believe it was January 28th. And because I have to have the blood work done between my second and fourth menstrual cycle days. And so it's like very time sensitive. And then the other test has to be between my 5th and 10th day. So I was getting really frustrated. I spent all day trying to get through, and she wasn't answering her phone. And then anytime I would try to call the office, they would just tell me, oh, we'll leave her a message, because I couldn't make the appointment through the office. It has to be through the coordinator. And I was just getting so mad. And then I had to go to work. So I was like trying to get a hold of her before I had to go to work, because I had to work a double yesterday. So I was trying to get a hold of her while I was available. So anyways, coming to find out, before I went to work, they told me that my coordinator was sick yesterday, of course, and that someone else will be doing her, like taking her calls and making her appointments. So I was like, okay, so I guess just, so they transferred me to the lady that was going to be helping her out that day. And of course it goes straight to voicemail. So I leave that lady a voicemail. Of course she calls me while I'm at work, and I'm just like, come on. So I asked my boss, I was just like, hey, my doctor's trying to get a hold of me. Can I just go call him real quick? Because normally I don't make phone calls while I'm at work, but this was important because they usually close fairly early, and I knew they'd be closed before I could get off work. So I went to the back, I called the lady back, and of course it goes straight to voicemail. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I was just getting so frustrated. It's like I couldn't get a hold of anybody. And it was just very tiring. I come home and my daughter's home, and I'm like calling and leaving messages. And it's just like, I'm not getting through. And I'm getting so frustrated because I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know what to do right now. And of course, since I'm on my period, I'm like so emotional anyways. So I literally just broke down and I just started sobbing. Calls me back right when I'm like about to go back to work. And I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you. Like, talk about last minute, but I'm just glad she called it. So I was able to make my appointment that I went to today with the blood work. And then on Wednesday, which would be tomorrow, luckily I'm off on Wednesday, they're going to do my sono, which is kind of like a saline test. I think they check my uterus, make sure there's no like cysts or abnormalities or anything like that. That's what's been going on, and I'm just, yeah, I'm just an emotional wreck. I'm like trying not to be. So my husband's like, it's okay, like at least we're getting this done, and so that makes me feel good. But it is emotional, and it makes me stressed because I just want everything to work out. I am hopeful that we're able to do the reversal. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm just trying to stay positive. It's just hard trying to like work with my work schedule. But anyways, so wish me luck. I really hope that the tests go well and that we're able to do the reversal. But, oh, and today is, I forgot to say, today is Tuesday, it's January 31st, 2017. So that's the day that this is recorded. All right. See you guys later. Bye.